Welcome to the Stanford Lee Show. This week, how did the rose obtain its red color? I wanted to explore how creations are born, and I looked at the story of Aphrodite and Adonis, probably inspired by some old art books that I was looking at, and thinking about examining the symbolism of Botticelli's The Birth of Venus, just looking at it kind of from a mythological perspective and storytelling. And it's interesting how this kind of ties into a song. I never really was interested in agricultural manuals or Farmer's Almanac, that kind of thing, but I found something interesting from this book that was for the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII from the 10th century. As well as talking about gardening, it talks about mythology and stories and lore, and it explains a little more about Aphrodite and the rose. Gardens are great. They're beautiful. You can be in the outdoors, take a stroll. But I think a story with characters is even better. That's where the gods are useful. So this basically started with a bad hunting trip. The usual story is that the roses were all white at one time, and Venus and Adonis were an item back in the day. Adonis went on a hunting trip and gets himself injured, gored by a wild boar, if you can believe that. Then Venus, distraught, ran to his side to care for him and scratched herself. The blood that spilt turned the roses red, and henceforth the red rose is the most popular variety we know today. The other story involves the little youngster we know as Cupid. He was messing around as usual. He got too close to a mixing bowl of nectar and spilt it. It ran down from the heavens, from Mount Olympus, and colored the roses red. There you have it. Yeah, and blood and wine is, of course, symbolic, and, the Christian tradition and the Eucharist, and it's some interesting background, and it just kind of got my head spinning thinking about how do I tie in this great classic song, La Rosita, with stories, and I kind of thought, going to the classics and mythology was, probably the place to go with it. I also gained a really great appreciation for an overlooked saxophone player. I mean, we all know about Dizzy Gillespie, a great trumpet player, but I'd not really been too familiar with Coleman Hawkins. And I wish I had more time, and I probably will in an upcoming episode look more into his playing and some of his riffs and styles. But Miles Davis once said, when I heard Hawk, I learned how to play ballads. So, coming from Miles Davis, that's pretty cool. I just do a really basic version. I've been kind of on this kick of playing old tunes with, I go in, play some drums, little bit of guitar and upright bass and some clarinet, and kind of do a hot house gypsy jazz kind of thing. That's the way I'm performing this number, but a lot of great influences. I've listened to a lot of people, and I just like to take that inspiration and do something with it. So I would love to share with you now the song La Rosita. I'll see you next time on the Stanford Lee Show.